It's kind of like that boutique.
Yeah, gala.
Boutique, gala.
Either,
What do you say, Chef Casey?
I say gala.
Gala?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as
I'm going to say gala.
I heard a word expert last week on the radio say if you say it and the people understand exactly what you mean,
Then that's
it's
all
a
that
word.
matters.
That's all that matters.
I pronounce things wrong all of the time, but I just you just got to do it confidently, and people will,
There you go.
Just do it with confidence.
Well, I'm confident that I'm going to
Yep.
like some of
Cooking
the
with
changes
confidence.
happening to the Stone Creek menu here. Is this a seasonal thing, or you just get restless?
A little bit seasonal, definitely. We try to, we're lightening up for that spring, summer season.
Right.
Obviously those are things that we're thinking about towards the
Yeah.
end of the winter, and we're all hopeful after those couple of really warm weather days we just got there. So
Maybe it's coming.
it's coming. Hopefully, didn't the groundhog stay out this year?
That's
I heard
what-
good
yeah.
groundhog
I don't even
news.
remember.
That's the news. Yeah, that's the news we got, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get started.
So I just kind of was going to put together a simple chicken parmesan.
Okay.
I was looking up some interesting facts on chicken parmesan earlier, and they actually call it chicken parmy in Australia.
Chicken parmy?
A little chicken parmy today.
All right. Yeah.
There you go.
Chicken parmy.
See, I wasn't going to bring the accent
I'll
in,
bring
but
the accent.
I appreciate that. So I started off here with a 6-ounce chicken breast, and I've just kind of pounded it out thin.
Okay.
That's going to be one of the really important parts of when you're making chicken parmesan. That way, when you go to fry it, pan fry it, it's going to cook evenly.
Okay.
You don't get those kind of overdone dry spots on one side, and it's not taking too long to cook while you're doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to judge you.
Is that a good thing, practice to do with other dishes as well when it comes to chicken?
Definitely. So, depending on the dish, but if you are working with an even cut of meat,
Yeah.
it will cook more evenly. And so,
okay.
especially with steaks and things
that
like
in
that as
mind.
well.
I butterfly a lot of things just to speed up
The cooking process, and that definitely
minimize
is
these
a
for
part of it as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start by putting it into a dredge, which is we're just going to do simple flour. That's going to help our batter stick to it a little bit. While the chicken is in the dredge, actually, I'm going to come down here to our final breading.
Okay.
So we're going to do kind of a panko, flour, Parmesan cheese, and then
wow.
I've got an onion, salt, and some oregano. So the difference in textures here is really going to help as well as the flavors. The Parmesan cheese, everybody loves that burnt cheese bits that'll come out of that. The flour kind of helps bind it all together, and panko is actually a Japanese-style breadcrumb that's a little bit crunchier, almost like a really small crouton, or like kind of like the crouton crumbs that are at the bottom of a bowl.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with the chicken, just kind of getting in and out of the flour. And you want to get a nice coating on that. I have an egg wash here. Egg wash is going to be egg, water, kind of mixed together, helps everything bind together. You always want to do the flour first. It'll help bind to the egg wash, and then that essentially will create a nice crisp coating on whatever you're frying. I also noticed when I was doing a little research on chicken parm that eggplant parmesan was the original dish, and this is really a 20th century modification.
I would have guessed the other way around, that
I-
people made chicken forever, and then all of a sudden somebody wanted a
Yeah.
I
non-protein.
probably
Yeah.
would agree with that, definitely. I was surprised to see that. So I'm going to turn the oven on really quick. I'm getting really good at this
Does this
now.
need to be super hot first, or?
I had already warmed up the oil a little bit for us. We definitely want it to fry as soon as it hits the pan.
Sure.
You don't want it to kind of sit in there.
Then it's just going to soak, right?
Yeah, but it'll just kind of soak right into it. So as you're warming up the pan, you definitely want to kind of push the breading into a chicken parmesan. It's what's going to really help it bind together. And with that, you'll get kind of that nice crispy shell to it. So there is going to be our nice breaded chicken parmesan. You can see all those little bits of cheese kind of hanging off the edges.
Well, that's why you kind of pressed it and let it hang
Yep,
out for a
kind
little
of press
bit.
that in there and let it hang. I'm going to let that wait one more second. So we're hoping to change our menu kind of in March. The fun part about this is these are some of our ideas. We have our tasting with Mike Cunningham actually coming up this week, and it's fun to get to cook all these
Does
new
that
things.
make you
And,
nervous?
it's a little nervous. Mike is such a down-to-earth guy that
Yeah.
it's fun to get to cook for him because he gives honest feedback,
Yeah.
and we appreciate that as chefs.
great.
Well, it's probably good to get some opinions and some
Yeah.
taste
Oh,
buds from outside the kitchen,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely, and of course Carl and Leighton always have their opinions, and we appreciate those as well. And then it's just good to get kind of that overarching experience from all those guys, and we come together on what we're finally going to put together as our dish.
That's great. It's like that collaborative effort. It's like, okay, this is great, but what if we did this
This,
or
yeah.
added that with it?
And so is
make
some
it even
stuff
better.
leaving?
So we will probably move on a couple of things. So the Buccatini pasta, which we'll talk about here shortly, we currently use the pasta on a different dish, and we've done a chicken parmesan in the past at Stone Creek, and we've had requests to bring it back, and so that was kind of the idea with this one. This is kind of a little bit of a rendition with the Rosa cream sauce, which is basically going to be a tomato cream sauce. So now we're going to settle these into the pan as they start to fry up a little bit on the sides. And we're going to kind of, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pan fry it on both sides, and then I'm going to actually finish it in the oven.
Oh,
So we'll kind of work our way into that second portion.
And then we'll assemble it all in the next half
Put it
hour.
all together.
Thank you, Chef. StoneCreekDining.com, CRGDining.com. The link will be on IndieStyle.tv. Who should take home the statues on Oscar Sunday? Christopher Lloyd breaks it down for us when Indie Style returns.